Good morning. Let's try this again. Sorry about that. All these technical difficulties are never easy to figure out, but I guess because I didn't put my earbuds in before I started, it didn't work right. So what was I talking about? So we're going to paint a bird today because I have my work at a gallery in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania called Square Pear Gallery. It's so cute. So if you're ever in the area, stop in there. But she asked for more birds, and I only have like 3 bird paintings here, so I'm creating some more that I can take there for her. Hi, Allie. Good. It's better. Wonderful. So now you have to let me know if you hear my music. I have to turn that down. Okay, so anyway, I'm excited to paint. I got up this morning and I was brainstorming for my mastermind group. So if you guys have ideas of things you'd like to learn or you would like for me to share in this group, I'm excited about it because it's like I'm going to do like a founding members launch, and you guys can all be part of helping me figure out like what kinds of things you want to learn, what kind of content you want. Because I feel like there's just so many things. Like I'm sure you feel the same way. Like I want to learn everything. I want to learn every kind of art. I want to do every style of art. I want to do all the craft active. Like I love doing it. I love doing anything from knitting to crocheting to watercolors to doing acrylics and mixed meat. Like every time I see anything, I'd love to do clay. In college, I spent, oh good, thanks Ellen, a landscape. Yeah, I've been having fun with doing my transparent, my glazing. That's been really fun too. Anyway, let's get back down to business here, or I'll be running out of time at the end and wondering why. You know me, I won't remember. Okay, so I'm going to do this sweet little bird. And I've been keeping them really kind of loose and fun and spontaneous. So it's my goal to do that again. It does keep it fun. I'll move this over. Okay. And hopefully you won't be able to hear my husband teaching school upstairs either. I think he's going to go back to the classroom next week, which is good. Certainly does give insight when you kind of work every day with your spouse and you know what their days are really like. Being a teacher right now is not easy. Well, it never is easy, but it certainly has a lot more challenges with all COVID going on. So I was all worried about getting something finished. I'm working on something. My godson's getting married. Well, he was supposed to be getting married on Saturday, but now the wedding had to be postponed because of a potential COVID scare. So I have a little more time to finish what I was going to make him and his new wife. I like to make homemade cards. I don't do it as much as I used to. Years ago, I always thought I'd love to make a little card company. I think that would be so much fun. But here's what I was playing around with. So I made these little hearts with acrylics. They're all a little bit different, right? And then I made cards. They have the little decal edge bottom. I have 2. I always do 2 in case I mess one up. And then I have these cool envelopes that are purple and sideways. So I'm going to trim these out and either put 1 or 3 or 4 of them on, tip them on here so they kind of stick up. Might need, if I have time, I guess I might have time, I could get some confetti too. That might be a fun addition. I'm not sure. That and a check and a bottle of champagne. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? I always used to make, well, I don't do it anymore, only really because I don't have any kids graduating, although this year I will. I always would make graduation gifts for all my kids' friends, and I would make them with little graduation caps that I made out of like a $50 bill. And then, with origami, I'd make that shape with origami and then make the little tassel with embroidery floss to match whatever the colors of the college that they were going to go to. 2 hearts. Oh, Anita, you're absolutely right. I love that. And I could put their names on there. 2 hearts. I love it. I had done a really cool one for my husband's cousin Liz and her husband when they got married years ago. And it was a watercolor painting, and it had their names and said happily ever after. And they have it in their house. I love it. I love it whenever I see it, but I can't make that forever because it took me forever to do. That was back in the days when I had a little more time to do random creative projects. Are you guys all working on anything fun and spontaneous? Are you doing any projects for Valentine's Day? I want to make those Arlo's cookies. Did I tell you about those? I wanted to do it over the Christmas holiday, and we just didn't have time. Didn't fit it in. I did get my puzzle done that I had on my to-do list. Did that pretty quickly. It was beautiful, too. I loved all the colors of it. And I also am almost finished with the scarf that I wanted to make, knitting. And it was fun. It was fun. I don't know if it was the best use of my time, but it was fun. Good morning, Judy. How are you? Oh, and I bought this new color. I'll play with it in here a little bit because I'm working on playing around with color and experimenting a little bit for the not the mastermind. I always say that, the membership. And I got this new color because I was reading about Azure Blue, and this is the only brand, this Norma Professional Schminky, I guess is how you say it. I've never had this kind of paint. I really like the consistency of it, and the color's really cool. It's I'll show it to you then. But it's not a color. I don't think it's a color you could actually probably mix with your paints. Or at least with the ones that I use the most. What do you say? Oops, I'm sorry. I need to do 2 grayscale homework pieces, also trying a dried flower thing, and possibly prepping some flat lay class ideas. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I need to work on doing flat lays too. The making of the flat lay and designing it isn't ever my problem. My problem is the lighting of it. I've got to figure out more about photography. That's the thing I need to focus more on, I think. Photographing artwork and photographing for flat lays and setting things up like that. That sounds like fun. And I love doing like the grayscale things also. Anita said, you really got a lot done just taking my tree and decorations down. Yeah, well, I'm lucky my husband does most of that. I'm not sure if you knew, my daughter gave me an ornament. And oh, Judy, no, I didn't realize that. I wish she would have told me that it was for you. I don't think I knew that. Oh, this is 6 by 8. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. I love knowing where my things land like that. It makes me so happy. I love when people send me photos, like if they buy a painting. I don't think I posted it yet. I'm not good at keeping up and remembering what I did and didn't post. And I'm really trying to like paint ahead and not do everything in the moment. Because, good morning, Emily. It's really hard to do that, to work that way. So I've been trying to kind of batch things. So now I have a few birds that I can post like on my Instagram. But I forget which ones I posted, which ones I didn't. I have trouble keeping track of all of it. And that's not what was I going to say about that? Batching things and shoot. I don't even know what I was talking about. Darn it, I wanted to say something. I can't remember what it was. What could I have possibly been talking about? Oops. Something about making things and posting it, thinking ahead. I don't know. It might come back to me. What am I using right now? These are called R&F Pigment sticks. It's oil paint kind of in a stick form. They're fun. They just kind of give it your painting it helps me loosen up because I put these kind of fun, unexpected colors and I try to let them show through in the end. Totally not necessary, just complete fun. That's just what I'm trying to do more of, have more fun. Darn it. I have no idea what I was talking about. I hate when that happens to me constantly. So if you think of things like for in the membership group that you would like to learn about, you can email me. So I love doing it. Like it'll be kind of like our founding member group, and I love everybody's input on things. More supplies to order. Yes, that's right. Oh, I store these pigment sticks. I'll show you. I was trying to keep them in the tubes, but that's way too structured for my personality. I was having trouble with that. Looks a little crazy. Okay, here are I have them right next beside me here. They're all in this little bin. And I have a lid to keep them a little airtight, but do you think I ever think to put the lid on there? No, probably not. But and these are the ones I use the most. They're sitting right here next to me. Here's my area, my messy art area. I always aspire to be, and over there is where I do all of my acrylic stuff, but I always aspire to be tidy, but I can't get there. Watercolor, yes, I sure could, Ellen. I don't know how you can talk and paint at the same time. It takes practice. It takes a lot of practice, honestly. I think I'm just, what is that called? ADD enough that I can focus on all the different things at one time. Maybe there is a benefit to my lack of focus, is that it helps with things like this. Yeah, I know, I'm messy, Emily. MX Smith is my daughter, Emily, and she is not messy like her mother. She's tidy like her dad. I think, am I the only one who's messy in the family? No, Alex is probably messy too. Oh, okay, now we need to mix some paints. So thinking ahead, I need like warm and cools. There's looking in the light through the phone, like when I look at the image, it kind of looks kind of gray with a little blue, but looking through the image in the phone, it looks a little purple, and I like that. So I'm going to mix, excuse me, some light purples, I think, too. Pull this down here and mix some colors. I love this part. Is everybody having today coffee or tea? I have tea and coffee, both here. Good day. All right. So I need a lot of like warm and cools. I did get a new Vasari raw umber. I'll put some of that out. Coffee is the best. What is it about coffee? It makes me want to get up in the morning when I know I can have a nice cup of coffee. I'm like, I'm ready to get up. Lots of coffee. Okay. So I'm going to make my shadow area is warm, I think, and I'm going to try and mix like a warm bluish. I've been wanting to make, and maybe I'll try and mix some and put it in this painting. Although it really doesn't go. I think it doesn't go so much that I really can't do it, but I've been really wanting to paint with pink and light brown. I keep seeing those colors, and I keep wanting tea to start with. Yeah, and coffee. Not mixed. No, not mixed. But someone had given me the suggestion, because my throat's always wonky when I talk in the morning when I do this, to use a tea, to drink a tea, which I should actually. It's a nice color. Take a sip of right now. But when I make the tea, somehow it doesn't get cool enough to drink for a long time. It's okay. It actually has a little bit of licorice in it, and I don't like that flavor at all, but the tea's good. I think I do clear my throat less often. Put a little bit of this azure blue in. This is the azure blue. Isn't that a cool color? It's probably way too. I want to be like purple too. I could just add some purple into that. Let's see what happens. That dioxazine purple goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. Got some new white paint too. Treated myself to a little bit of new paint after Christmas. That's a nice color. Hi, Artie. Oh, the azure blue is this new. I've heard of it, but I never had any of this paint. Schmink, I guess. I don't know if you say the CKE, Schminky. Norma Professional. It really is a nice creamy consistency. I need to mix a really cool white. Put all that in there. It's a fun mix of colors, isn't it? Okay, so I need a little darker kind of gray. I'm not being very organized with my piles of color here. I usually try to be a little more thoughtful in the flow of them, but some days the things you try to do and the things that happen are totally different. That's okay. That's part of creativity, I think, is just letting the crazy things happen. What brand are the other colors? Oh, the rose, are they a little pricey? Well, usually you get what you pay for, especially I find with oil paint almost more than anything else. Well, Vasari is very pricey too. I love Vasari paints. I do use a lot of Gamblin. I have a lot of Winsor Newton. I actually am getting, they had asked me if I wanted to demo some of their water-soluble oil paints. And I thought, oh, you can't get that kind. Oops, I'm sorry. And I wasn't going to do it because I feel like I need to say no to some things because I can't quite keep up. But then I thought, well, with my membership group, like trying new products would be a fun thing to do. Yes, it does breed chaos. I'm good at chaos. So I said, sure. So they're sending me a bunch of their water-soluble oil paint brand to try. Do you love them? I think that would be so much easier. And also, like with my Art and Bloom course, or if I make another full course like that, I would love to be able to suggest things like that, like alternative products to use if people don't want to use oil paints. So that'll be a good way to learn about them. So anyway, yeah, I said yes. I said, go ahead and send them to me and I will give them a try. I did do water soluble one time I have a friend here in Lancaster who mostly, I think, completely paints with water soluble oil paints, and she did a class that was really fun. I don't have mine right near me here, but she does like a system where, oh, they don't dry any faster. Wow, I would think they would, huh? She did had us do paintings where it's like I can't remember what you called it, but like you put the paint on and then you pull it off with a squeegee. Let me grab it. Let me show you what my paintings look like. I just saw them over here the other day. I know where they are. So it really was fun. Okay. Huh. This one's going to be big for me to show you. So here's one that I did. So you put all the paint on and then you pull it away. And then here's a small one that I did. It's pretty cool. So you see up close, whoops. See how it's shows through, like you put it on, it kind of stains the board, and you leave a few spots, you leave opaque, and the rest of it's transparent. It's really fun. And she did all that, like she paints mostly plein air, and she paints all that with like 3 colors, I think. Which, you know, if you're going plein air painting, who wants to lug all that stuff with you? I mean, it's really brilliant to be able to only take very limited supplies along. That's something when I first met her, I always wanted to go along plein air painting with her, but it just hasn't happened. Not yet, anyway. I like to get work on the eye a little bit because it kind of lets me know where I'm headed. If that makes any sense. I feel like that's where you can see these birds always have so much personality, and I think it's really all in their eyes. I feel like I need to turn my music down. Oh, I'm sorry, Gail, I probably didn't even say it. It's Beth Bath, B-A-T-H-E. Beautiful paintings and different, yes, very different. I love doing that. I love learning different techniques from other artists. It's so cool because the more you learn from other artists, then you apply it to your own kind of toolkit of how you paint, and then you develop your own style. So I'm always trying to add to my toolkit. All right, just like that, I have that little eye all good to go. I was looking at my cat, I think it was last night, thinking I would love to play with just painting eyes, human eyes or animal eyes, because there's so much soul that shows through in there. That gold showing right there. I'll let that show. Yes, Anita. Oh, no, I think she lives in Lancaster, actually. She lives in the city on Chestnut Street, I think. But she had an art studio in Rothsville, which is where Fox Meadows Ice Cream is. I can't imagine there's more than one Beth Bath here in Lancaster. Oh, you couldn't hear the music. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Thank you for being my music police. I love that. I have to make sure my headphones are charged and work on that. So much to learn. I feel like I need to work on my technology too. But all in good time. No rush, right? No reason to rush into anything. I also couldn't find, I was looking for my angel cards. Do you guys do angel cards? I couldn't find mine. I don't know what I do with them. Need to put on my glasses. I just tuned in and thought you were painting a white groundhog. Hey, it's almost Groundhog Day. I think I did paint one of those one year. I thought his beak was an ear and his eye was his nose. I love that. It is soon Groundhog Day. So So that wouldn't be too far from a possibility. I think they're not doing, you guys, they probably only do it around here. Punxsutawney Phil, that's a groundhog whose little head peeks out to tell us if we're going to have, was it 8 more weeks, 6 more weeks of winter. It's going to all be remote this year because of COVID. So I don't know if the groundhog's going to like that very much. Nobody watching as he peeks his head out to let us know that winter is not going to be over yet. Is it ever over early? I don't think so. Anita, I kind of think that she doesn't. And I don't know what makes me think that. I should ask her. That's where I took the class. She's had a couple of great artists present there, and I've gone to a few of those. But I kind of think she might have given it up. She and her boyfriend, he does photography, and he had a photo studio in the same space. But I kind of think I saw, like, on social media that she said that she wasn't going to have it anymore because she can't host any of those events. And it is like, 20 minutes from where we live. So that's a long haul to go to paint. I keep kind of being torn. I need to really go back to my office to work because the internet's faster and it's just more convenient. They show him nationally. What, Ellen? What did I miss? Looks like her studio is in it. Oh, Ellen. Oh, maybe she moved. Oh, I'll have to write to her and ask her. Well, that's cool. Yes, maybe she moved her studio to Ephrata. Well, I'm going to have to ask about that. Yeah, she does life drawing on Friday. I think like every Friday. I've always wanted to do it. And now it's virtual. So they give a photo and everybody can work from a series of photos. And you work from the photo and then you can share. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it happens like on Fridays. And these people that I used to always do life drawing with, I think a lot of them are in the group. And I always wanted to do it. I just haven't had the time to spend it. I don't even know if I could focus on doing art for that many hours because I'm so used to doing it in little spurts. Hi, Kira. How are you? Love a class with her. Maybe on your new... Oh, Anita. I'm sure I could hook that up. That's a brilliant idea. Oh, yeah. And because she's near me, we could actually be together. Oh, that would be so fun. All right, I have to write to Beth. Yeah, she's wonderful. Super nice person. Do you add the grid on the picture? Oh, how do I add the grid? It is with an app called Grid, #grid. So happy to be here. Haven't caught a live of yours in so long. Well, how are you, Kira? Are you creating art? Have you been creating? Coda is confused because he hears you, but he doesn't see you. Coda is Emily's, what's he called him? German Shepherd. He comes to visit often, and she said he can hear me, but he can't see me. They are smart dogs. He's looking for me. I'm right here, Coda. Oh, did you see my post too about the book that I bought my neighbor Emerson called How to Spot an Artist? I wanted to show that to you. Margie says it's only 11 at night here in Australia. Wow, Margie, you get to go to bed soon. That sounds lovely. I want to show you this book. So I got one for Emerson, but I got one for myself too. In case I have, grandchildren one of these days. But it's the best book. It's by Danielle Chrissa. Maybe you've heard of it. She's the jealous curator on Instagram, and it's how to spot an artist. This might get messy, and it's the cutest book. And Emerson, I have it in my story, said, no, wait, let me see if I can find the one. She said, that's Miss Kim. It's messy because she always has paint on her hands. Here's the page. She thinks this blob. She said, there are tidy artists and others not so much, and that would be me. Isn't that fun? So this is a wonderful book if you want to buy anyone a children's book about art. Love, love, love it. I'm getting all this stuff out, and it'll take me forever to put it away. All right. What time is it? 8:35. We're doing okay. All right. I'm not sure what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about my colors. They're really fun, little unusual for me. I love them. I do want to paint more with neutrals. Emerson's so sweet. So I'm going to do an art project with her class at school. I think we're going to make little hearts for Valentine's Day. I have to kind of think of how to do a craft art project with preschoolers, because I know what Emerson would be capable of, but she's pretty smart. So I'm going to have to kind of think about it and make sure that I don't make it too challenging. That'll be fun. Do you like the background color? I went and added it to my Amazon cart so I wouldn't forget. Oh, what did you add to your Amazon cart? The pigment sticks? Or the book? Oh, the book, maybe. It is a good book to have on your shelves for when kids come to visit, too. I love to have lots of things. I have all my kids' toys and everything, so when kids come here to play, there's plenty to do. Oh, where's it? Kind of, didn't I make a purple? I guess my purple doesn't really look all that purple. With Emerson's class, you'll be the loved art cart. Oh, yes, I will. I love the art cart. I loved hearing that come down the hall when I was in elementary school. Oh, that was the best. Yes, I've certainly always loved art. Although I always thought when I was little, I thought when I grew up I'd be a card club lady like my mom. I thought that was a career. So I loved when she had little parties and all her friends would come over and we'd set the forks out and make punch in the punch bowl and use cute napkins. Almost 7, I can't see what you said here. Almost 7 grandchildren, but might make a great gift for my artsy sister too. Absolutely. Almost 7 grandchildren. That is awesome. That is a lovely accomplishment. I don't think I'll have any for a while, but I look forward to it. Practicing with Emerson. I want to let some of that spontaneous color show that's there. Is the background maybe it needs to be a little more yellow. I'm not sure what it needs to be. It needs to be something. I wonder if yellow or white. Or maybe I don't dislike it. I think maybe it just needs a little other color in there so that it's not so flat. I don't know. I don't know what's the matter with it. I'm also working on releasing my Art in Bloom course again. It'll start on April the 1st. So if you didn't take it and you were thinking of it, it's coming up again. Or if you know of anyone you think that might enjoy it, I'd love it if you'd share and let them know. Excited to do it again. Is that better? I don't know. Oh, young grams, or do you think so at 50? Or, oh my goodness, at 53, yes. How many grandchildren do you have at 53? That is quite an accomplishment. Sounds lovely. It's fun to enjoy them when you're young. The master class. Yeah, the Art in Bloom course is a course that is pre-filmed. It's 6 different floral oil paintings that I go through the whole process of painting, kind of like I do here, but it's more in depth. Like you can actually, kind of watch a lot more closely than me doing it this way. I explain a lot more. Then the membership group is going to be an ongoing, like it'll be like a monthly fee, which will help cover, the expenses of me and the time to create everything. Very reasonable cost. And I will come out with content each month. Things that either we can do together, or sometimes it might be exploring, art supplies or mindset, or just whatever kinds of things we feel like we need to think about at the time. So oil painting demos, like acrylic activities we could do together. I could do artist things with like my friend Beth. I don't know. I'm just kind of brainstorming now, so I am open to any suggestions of things you'd like to see in it. And I think it's going to be fun. The blues are so pretty, aren't they? And I love all that little bit of what I had underneath there showing through. Gosh, it's so quiet. I'm not used to hearing quiet. It needs a little more purple. Take us out on a photo shoot with you. Oh, that's a great idea. I love that. That is a great idea. I think that's one thing that I find so challenging is you really should do your best to take all your own photos. Like my birds, this gentleman in my town named Marvin Stauffer photographs birds, and he lets me use his photos. But when you think about having, doing an art business, to be able to know how to do your own photo shoots, edit your photos, actually do the painting, which is, and to market. Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, I use the short flat brush. I'm using, I could go a little smaller, this Rosemary Eclipse short flat, which is my favorite brush. And then this, I love this one too. This is a number 8. I would love to get these in every size, but they're a little pricey. Taking photos of your art is so, yes, it is so hard to do. That's something I've been working on, is learning about that. Yeah, so it's so much to photograph your own paintings, photograph your own reference, to be able to market it all, to work on a website, to go to art shows. I just applied to the Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show for the spring. I don't know if it'll happen, and I don't know if I'll get in, but it's worth a shot. But setting up for an art show, I think that might be the least favorite part of my art business. It is so exhausting. And doing the art show itself is so fun because you get to actually meet people, and I love the social part of that. But getting ready for it, packing it all in the car, getting to, a city street, unloading your car in a hurry, moving it out of the way, and then setting up a booth, which is physically exhausting. It is not fun. I don't think that it will ever become fun for me. I don't know if I'll keep doing it or not, but I did so many the first year I did it, I think it burned me out completely. We set a bird feeder out in front. Oh, that's a great idea. I should do that, Cheryl. I should. And I got a better camera. So it's, one thing at a time. It's like all the baby steps. I got the better camera, and with Emily and I got it together because she does photography too. And although the iPhone camera is good too, but I think I might be done. I feel like that went pretty quick, but I like the details in there, all the prep and the people. You love all the prep and the people not so much. And the other artists, or you mean the people at the art show? I like the people and not the prep. If someone would set up all my stuff for me at the art show and I could just show up, I would do them all the time. What camera? Emily, are you still on here? What camera did we get? I don't remember. I'll have to look. I had one, and it wasn't quite good enough for photographing artwork. So, okay, there's my palette, and there's my reference, and there's a sweet bird. I'm showing you up close. You see, like, his eye. I see something in here I want to fix. Looking at it through the camera is so different. Like, I don't want this thing here. He has like a little highlight on his nose, right? His beak, I guess. It's not really his nose. There, that's better. Oh, thanks. Yes, that's what a Canon EOS 6D is what we got. Okay. Thank you. All right, I'll turn this around. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. Thanks, Ellen. Yeah, so then now I'll go and photograph. I have 2 other ones that I did too, so I can photograph them and I have them to post. But it's hard, I try to post something new most days on Instagram, but it's hard to do all the things and have time to create a painting every day too. But it's what I'd rather be doing. I love, love, love the painting part of it. So thanks for coming, guys. If you think of any other ideas for the membership for activities, you gave me some great ones today. I'm so glad you came and hung out with me. I'll post this on my YouTube channel as long as I can download it. It gets wonky every now and then. And I'll also put it on my website. And I'll be sending, if you're not on my newsletter list, get your name on there so you know all the things coming up. It was nice to see you too, Kira. So thanks for coming, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day and see you next week. Bye.